Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I decided I'm gonna start doing monthly tarot readings. So we're gonna see how it goes. I do my readings currently based on Chinese astrology. I also incorporate some Western astrology just because I like to do that. I started off learning about Western astrology for a few years, and then eventually I kind of the Chinese astrology thing kind of fell into my lap. I've noticed it's been kind of big lately, I've just been hearing about it more lately. I don't know if it's because I've been focusing on it more, but um, after a few years of me having gotten into it, I see that more people are probably interested in it, and I am really interested in it. So, yeah, we're gonna see how it goes, but I'm pretty new to this, posting in this way. Okay, so you guys are having a tough time this month. Well, I decided to title this one King, and this is for the reading of March 2026. So this is for March 2026, Ox. Okay. So this entire year, we're gonna get into the year a little bit, and probably wean off of it as we get through the year because I feel it's important to like kind of incorporate it as much as possible because we're in the beginning of the year. So I want you guys to like take advantage of the year and there's going to be a consistent energy for the whole year. And then there's also going to be like fluctuations, and that's life. It just goes up and down. So if you're born in the year of the ox, or if you're born in the month of January, then you have ox energy. And this reading is for you, if you feel it's for you. Okay, so I'm seeing that so this month, we have a new moon in Pisces, and it's going to be on the 19th, which is in a few days. And I was trying to get all the videos out before then, but we'll see how it goes. But this whole entire month supports us in this specific energy. But on the 19th, it is going to be heightened and it's really powerful. So this month is the second month of the Chinese New Year. And this month we have metal energy. So looking at your energy, it seems that, this reading, I decided to call it King because, that's the energy that I'm picking up with Ox. But I'm also seeing that, like, how it's calling us to, like, let go of a lot of things. I have ADD, so I might be all over the place. But it's calling us to, like, let go of a lot of things this month. And this is a very abundant year for all of us, even if it's your clash animal year, which would be for the rat. So, you know, the rat is one of the energies that you do help out 24/7. So I know that there's this energy with Ox that's like dependable and helpful. And, I gave the king title for you guys because I do feel that energy from you guys. But I'm also seeing this like hoarding energy, which is coming up for a lot of people right now. And it's coming up because it's coming to the surface because it needs to be let go of. Okay. Because this next 2 decades is bringing either abundance or it's going to let you fall through the cracks and you're just going to, so right now you are in this king energy, but you have responsibilities, right? In order to also take care of people and be dependable, continue to be dependable for people. So I'm seeing that a lot of what is something that should be let go of from you guys. I don't like to say the word should, but that could really help you guys lighten the load. What I'm seeing that is a big heavy load is that one, there's like material things, that you guys could let go of, like things that every time you pick them up, it's just reminding you of like heavy things, heavy things, heavy things, and it's like um you're getting support and letting go of these heavy things, but I'm also feeling like you're kind of just tired of it. Like you're not real I'm not really picking up that you're really as emotional as a lot of the other signs are about letting go of these things, but you're more stubborn about letting go of these things. It's like you don't want to let go of them because it's about the principle. And I don't know what the principle is, but it's about the principle and you don't want to let it go. But it's if you have the king energy and you're not letting these things go and you're hoarding, you're actually like, what's the word? You're actually keeping abundance away from yourself. And then you're also keeping abundance away from a lot of other people. You know what I mean? So that's a principle too. Yeah, it's almost like these things are like controlling you and but you can find a way to control other people, which is really not a part of your nature, and I don't think that that's something that you want to grow. Um, I'm kind of seeing that there's a lot of truths that need to be spoken, but I don't know, it has to do with like a lot of injustices. I think that you are aware of a lot of injustices that have been going on. And, you don't always have to speak to other people. A lot of people are getting truths right now. A lot of people are feeling sensitive right now, and they're avoiding things, but just get it out in some way, like clean your room, like do a deep cleaning. Winter's over, we're getting into the beginning of spring, and the year is very abundant. So what I'm saying is do some spring cleaning of the mind, of the heart, of the soul, of the throat chakra. Communicate what you need to communicate. And even if you just write it down, writing it down is powerful. So um, these truths, they have to do with a lot of other people in positions of power that have been abusing others. And because you have the king energy right now, and it's always something that's kind of around you, like an aura. Ooh. Um, yeah, the wind is blowing, baby. And you got to be light so it can take you places. You know what I mean? And the wind, I feel, has to do with communication energy as well. So, in order for you to be carried into this new wave, that a lot of people with fake crowns who refuse to tell the truth, who probably will refuse it for the rest of this lifetime. Or you can also be a leader to the other leaders by showing them how it's done. But you got to get that gunk out so that things could flow and you could be light and you can just ease into this next stage of abundance. Or you can be heavy and weighed down and be left behind because you cannot move as fast and as swift by holding on to these things that need to be let go. And you can do it in like do whatever is on your mind and on your heart to do. I'm getting a lot of like communication though. Like it's not just about cleaning your room and throwing away old physical things. It's really about communicating. And again, it doesn't have to be to other people. If it's bugging you that much, then do it in a very gentle, compassionate way. Because even people who are doing a lot of messed up things so boldly, and you understand this, because I feel that you do. But, I don't know, like it's just different when I'm picking up on the other side. There's a lot of people who do a lot of messed up things very boldly, and they just hope they don't get caught. And if they do get caught, they're just gonna lie their teeth off, you know? So even those people, they move like that, but they are scared, and you are brave, which is why it's titled King, you know? And as a king or a queen, you have this responsibility of taking care of people, you know? but you have to take care of yourself first. You are super clogged up right now. And it's it's not cool to have a king or a queen in a castle who is trapped, who is, we may not be able to see it, but you know that you are in that castle and you're tied by these chains, you know? So the metal energy could be used against you or you can use it, right? So it's about doing what's right, doing what's fair, cutting away, communicating. That's a big thing for the bull this month. And a lot of emotions are going to be being brought out, but they're really not that big. And you have a lot to offer. I think you've been probably doubting yourself in that way, questioning if you even have anything to offer. You know, we've heard of stories of people who seem that they're in positions of power, but then we figure out the backstory and there's really not that much there. And it's like but then, if people really dig down even deeper, it's like, oh, well, we've been fine all along, all this time. So we didn't even really need that much. So it's really about your essence this month. You can cut away from all the things that limit you, that are physical, that are heavy, the lies, all of it. And you know, you're not only going to be able to empty out your cup and fill it up, but other people are, that are not in this king and queen position only, but, all people, they're going to realize how empty their cups have been. And they're going to realize that they're okay too, and that your intention is to take care of yourself, so that you can take care of all others also. But part of that is having seasons of focusing on yourself. You're gonna need to focus on yourself to like free yourself right now so that you can be the king and the queen that you are. Um, and you may, you know, do some meditations, and I feel like you're probably gonna see yourself as a prince or a princess. And it's gonna make you feel weak and bring up a lot of things that you don't want to get brought up. Um, but it's for the justice of yourself and everyone. And you're going to see that there's been times where maybe you were not in a position of power, but energetically you were, and you were abused yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. Maybe you didn't get enough in life, but that's going to help you with the king and queen energy to look at it because you're going to see everything that was missing in your life. So you're going to be very aware and feel very deeply about what's missing in other people's lives. Okay. People who always had a lot and never went without, they're kind of like always taking, 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 because to them it's nothing. And they don't see that they took something that you needed, right? So if you were in a position where you didn't really have a lot, maybe you didn't have a dad, so you were like, well, then you become a dad, or you're gonna become a dad right now. And you're kind of like, well, growing up, I was missing this from a father energy. I was missing that from a father energy. So you're going to be able to cover all the bases uh, with conscious awareness. So, Ace of Swords. The universe is going to be helping you with this because they see your heart, they see your intention. You wouldn't be here if you weren't important, and you wouldn't be a king or a queen if that wasn't your position to play. So you are important, you have values, you have morals, and you have more to give and offer. But if you're not giving and offering it and letting things flow from you, you're not emptying yourself in a way that's natural and allowing more to come within you. If you're not emptying your cup, you can't be hoarding and say you're the king or the queen. You know what I mean? Which you are, and you can't say that. So there's a lot of justice being served from you. And instead of focusing on communicating with other people, I have written down to instead the communication being more a little external, more internal, and do more listening when it comes to people outside of yourself. So that it's going to help you strategize in some way for the rest of the year. And the rest of the year is going to be, I feel like it's going to be challenging for you guys, but for the year after, 2027, it's going to be very rewarding because everyone's going to love you even more than they already do. Um, so yeah. I think that's it. I would like to end this off like this. I feel like I left you guys with a lot. And uh I don't know if like there's one more thing I should say. Let me see if I could get it. So the 19th is the new moon in Pisces. Illusions are going to be cut away. You have the opportunity to let go of the old story and bring in a new story. I just feel like it's going to be boring. Like you're going to have all this energy to take action, but all that action is going to have to be put into work. But if you're feeling that love energy, use it to like dress good. You know what I mean? Like look as romantic as you feel this month, like this, you know? But I think it's more if you focus on love in a romantic relationship, it might be something that weighs you down next month and it could last longer than you expect. So indulge in that romantic energy, but more in like the beauty of things, your hair, your skin, your clothes, you know what I mean? Like when you're throwing away old things, look at things you haven't worn in a while where you're like, dang, like, you know, and I have good memories associated with that. Like, let me wear that, you know? So yeah, I think that's it. A lot of things are changing and you got to change with it. So it's time to empty yourself up so you can also externally get things out the way, see things at a distance, strategize. Because for you, this is about getting to work, um, and not accepting BS from other people anymore. But in order to do that, you have to not accept it from yourself. So if you're more strict on yourself, you're going to be more strict of people around you. If you're like breaking your diet and stuff like that, and people around you are eating unhealthy, you're going to justify it, just like you justify it with yourself and be like, oh, you know, it's fine. You'll start again tomorrow. You know what I mean? Instead of like, hey, you said, and you know, like what you eat in private is what you wear in public. You know what I mean? And it's still nurturing. You know what I mean? And it's actually more nurturing sometimes being direct with yourself and others. So I think that's it. Lots of money, lots of abundance. Here's the king, but he may not look like a king right now, but he has it. Okay. So it's social in a way, but it's also um, harsh, very harsh, but it's necessary. All right, king and queens, I love you guys. And I hope you enjoy this reading for the month of the ox. And peace. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I should keep doing these. I probably will.